What's up, everyone? My name's Sean Vo. I am the Vietmex Tex Realtor at vietmextex.com. I'm kind of new to the game, and I wanted to go ahead and start this web blog series to go ahead and kind of document what I'm doing in order to generate some leads, and hopefully it can help other people out there starting up just like me. Now, I'm a little bit down dressed right now, and I figured with this being my first episode, I wanted to make this as real as possible, because I know you have the chance to go ahead and watch everybody dressed up in these suits in their fancy offices and whatnot, but that's not who I am, and that's not the kind of persona I want to give off. I want to give off the friendly, home-inviting kind of guy, because that's who I am. I'm a really personable, down-to-earth person, and I figured that I've seen the sharks out there, and I've seen the way people treat their clients or their customers, and that's not who I want to be. I want to take this and make a different spin on things. So, first thing I did was I created a website, and I used Wix.com. Now, a lot of times people are going to tell you that your website needs to be doing the work for you when you're not doing your work. That's strange to me. What I believe the website should do as a 25-year-old male in this kind of day and age is it's a reference guide. You give someone your business card, you tell someone to go visit you, you make your website something easy to remember. When I was growing up, my friends would always tell me where all these games were at. I would go to albinoblacksheep.com. It's something that just, it stays in your head. I would go to newgrounds.com. I would go to stuff like that where it's a name that you remembered. It was a name that you went ahead and like, oh hey, I need to go check that place out. Well, for me, as you can tell with my intro, I'm half Vietnamese, half Mexican, 100% Texan. That's my catchline. That's what I want to go out with. So when I talk to people when I'm out and about, and they're like, well, where can I get more information about you? I registered the domain vietmextex.com. You can go check me out. I mean, my website's still kind of editing and all that, and I need to do some work on it, but you know, everything's in the process. Building blocks. This is all this is building blocks. I've been doing this now for 2 months. I've had a lot of people interested in renting a home. I've had a lot of people interested in buying a home, but a lot of people don't understand the things that they need in order to get to buying a home, and that's what I'm here helping them do. Okay, so we covered the website. You want to go check that out? I used Wix.com, Wix.com, and the reason why I used that is because it was low maintenance. It was very user-friendly to do. I'm not the best in the world when it comes to making websites. I'm actually kind of terrible, but because of how easy and user-friendly this website is, I could make something that's bearable and actually looks kind of pretty if I don't say so myself, and I kind of do. On there so far, I have it so where people can go take a look at har.com listings. They can find open houses during certain dates. I even put a loan originating calculator, and what I did was I went to har.com and I went under my dashboard to tools, and they have widgets for your own website that you can put on there, and that's all that is the widgets that I found on there. I also started writing some guides, like Sean's Sean's process into buying a home. And I'm still writing the process in selling your home and whether or not renting is right for you. This takes a lot more time than I thought. My first post up that I did publish out and let everybody read, it's still iffy. It reads really well. It's just got a little bit of grammatical errors I got to fix. And it's a work in progress, but that's all this is. I also work full-time as a curriculum coordinator at a daycare center, well, my family's daycare center. So Monday through Friday, I wake up at 4 a.m., I work until 4 p.m., and then I come home and I do this. So for those of you guys out there that are working full-time jobs, trust me, I feel ya. I know how it goes. I know the struggle. The struggle is real. And I want to help you persevere through this, because look at this smile. You see this smile? This smile's not always there. It is stressful out there for us, especially if you're starting off and you're just you're fresh into the realtor thing. Then it's a lot more work than you probably anticipated, and that's what I'm starting to learn too. Okay, so we got the website covered. My next step was, how do I get people to go visit my website? Trying to get Google ad space is pretty expensive. I am on a tight budget. I mean, building the website already knocked me down $100. Getting through HAR, TAR, and all that knocked me down another couple $100. Then on top of that, if I don't close on a home, then I have fees through my broker, which, I mean, my fees were really low. Thank you, Vicky, for that. But still, fees are fees. And as someone that wants to go ahead and make it as a realtor, I don't need these extra fees being tacked on. I need to find out how to market myself as the cheapest way possible. And as do you, which is why I'm here. So, that being said, I went with old school paper media. I went through the green sheet and I bought me some ad space. It's a 1x2 ad space, and it charges me $45 a week. It's a little pricey, I know, but it was cheaper than trying to get people directed to my website through Google, paying $100, trying to get all these different tag names and everything. I'm not looking to be Googled. I'm looking for people to say my name, say my web address, and find me. I'm knocking on doors, I'm doing all this and that, which I'm going to get to in a second. Okay, so I bought me some ad space. It's been 2 weeks on that ad space, and I've gotten 6 phone calls. 6 phone calls in 2 weeks of having my ad out, and I said it's pretty successful. I mean, that's 6 other leads that I didn't have before. And it's definitely worth its money. It hasn't paid off quite yet, but I'm hoping it does. I've got 2 leads in the generation right now that I'm hoping comes through, and I will definitely update you guys on that. Other than that, okay, let me see here. Okay, yeah. So I bought the ad space through greensheet.com. It was $45 a week, and it gets me in southwest suburban Houston and Katy-ish area. That's my market area. I mean, of course, I'd be willing to do any part of Houston. At this point in time, I've driven over to Spring for a guy that claimed to be a cash buyer, and he already had 3 other agents there meeting him at the same time, and I had to drive home with my tail between my legs. Like, guys, the struggle is real. Alright, so this ad space, like I said, I got a couple of people calling in. It's worth the money. I believe so. You may not think so, but I think paper media is still something that we can fall back on. I am also doing this weblog. Now, talking online and putting yourself out there is not for everyone. I don't mind it. In fact, I want you guys to critique me. Whenever I do these videos, I want you guys to go ahead and make comments underneath my video and tell me what you like, what you didn't like, what you kind of like to see. If you want to see me in a suit one week, I'll go ahead and put on a suit for you. If you want to go ahead and see me, I don't know, do something funny, I'd love to do that for you. I'm also going to be showing you guys different events in Houston and how I go ahead and market myself there. Okay. Now, the next thing I've done, which is something I just got done doing today, I'm scared about and I'm nervous. It's something that I put out there. I've seen a couple of other realtors talk about it, and I think it might be something interesting. Terminated contracts. Now, I went ahead and found a neighborhood that I was born and raised and grown up in, new territory. I don't know why I'm telling you guys this, because probably a couple of you guys might swoop in and take the kill. That's okay. I'm hoping my friendly smile and me putting myself out there is enough, and if not, I'm working on it. But I went to new territory and I found some terminated contracts, and I'm sending out all my letters with my little spiel of how, hey, I was born and raised in this area. I went to elementary school here, middle school here, high school here. I'm the guy that knows this place better than anybody else. You ask me, how long ago it was that TCBY was right next to Pepperoni's Pizza, I could tell you. You asked me how long ago Perry's Steakhouse was right there. Not Perry's Steakhouse, but Perry's Italian food. I could tell you. I remember back when Blockbuster used to be right next door to Randall's, and you could ride your bike across from there. That is my area. That's where I grew up and I was raised. So, hoping and praying that my recognition and the people knowing that I'm from that area and the knowledge that I have going back in there, I could pull off some of the terminated contracts. I'm going to let you guys know how that went. I just bought some linen paper from Home Depot. I typed up my little letter of talent saying, hey, my name's Sean Vo, the Fort Bend Pro. Check me out. And I kind of made a little bit of jokes. I put on there that hey, I was on the New Territory Tarpons, and I know your house, which is a swim team, and I know your house is going to go and sell swimmingly. I'm so punny. Okay. And I just folded up the linen paper with a half sheet printed paper of my little 5 reasons why you should go with me, and I put my business card in there. I mailed it out in a secured envelope that looks like a regular envelope that you would mail out a letter in. Hand wrote everything. I even self-printed my little mailing sticker that has my office address on the top corner, and I made my own monogram, which was kind of cool. Now, time will tell if that's going to pay off. And that's what I've done so far. I mean, I've gone, my broker, Vicky, has been absolutely wonderful. I've called her every day, every single time I've had something. She sits there and she works me through everything. I know I probably stress her out, and I'm making her age faster, but, you know, she's there, and that's been really great. So that's the thing I highly recommend, is you have yourself a broker that's there for you 24/7, and that's what Vicky does. I call her, she's halfway through eating, and she is answering my phone, talking to me as she's chewing, telling me, hey, you need to get back on the horse, and you need to make sure that that square footage in that house matches the comps in the area before you put in an offer. Which I'm going to get to in my next week's episode of bad things that have happened that turned out kind of good. Quote, that will be the title. It's absolutely terrible. I'm going to make all these titles terrible, but a good kind of terrible. And hopefully I can catch your guys' interest. Alright, so that's been the first episode of the Vietmex Tex Realtor, and I've got to come up with something other than that because Realtor's trademarked, and I don't want the guys over at TAR to get mad at me, or NAR. So I'm going to go and stick with Sean Vo, the Fort Bend Pro. Alright guys, you guys take care, and have a good night. Till next week.